Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're gonna break down a bit of a financial mystery, one that honestly traps way too many online sellers. We are going to look at exactly why the true profitability of your e-commerce store might actually be hiding behind costs that, well, have absolutely nothing to do with your day-to-day operations.
So here's our roadmap. We've got 6 parts. 1. What are non-operating expenses? 2. Key characteristics. 3. Common types. 4. Differences. 5. Why they matter. And 6. Key metrics to monitor. Let's get right into it.
Starting things off with Section 1. What are non-operating expenses? Let's pin down a definition. Simply put, a non-operating expense is a cost stemming from a financial, legal, or one-off event that just isn't directly related to your company's core business operations. Think about it. This is stuff happening totally outside your normal routine of sourcing, marketing, selling, and shipping out your products.
The absolutely crucial takeaway here is this. Even though these costs are completely disconnected from your everyday e-commerce grind, they still take a very real, very painful bite right out of your bottom line. They definitely impact your net profit, even if they aren't actually part of your daily operations.
Moving right along to Section 2, key characteristics. How do you spot these things?
Well, they usually share 4 main traits. First, they literally do not help you sell products. Second, they sit neatly below your operating income on your P&L report. Third, they're often super irregular or just unpredictable. And fourth, they have the power to completely wipe out what would otherwise be a really strong net profit.
Okay, so we know what to look for. Let's hit Section 3, common types. What do these actually look like out in the wild? Here are the big 6 you'll likely run into. We're talking 1. Interest expense, 2. Taxes, 3. Currency exchange losses, 4. Asset write-offs, 5. Legal fees, and 6. Investment losses. Let's actually grab a couple of these to see how they play out in real life. This is a perfect example right here. Say you borrow 100 grand to stock up on inventory for a massive Black Friday push. The actual cost of that inventory? That is purely an operating expense. But the interest you're paying the bank on that loan? That's strictly a financing cost, which makes it a non-operating expense. Here's another one that hits cross-border brands pretty hard. Currency exchange, or FX losses. Let's say you're holding US dollars, but you need to pay a European supplier in euros. If the exchange rate shifts the wrong way before you pay, boom, you take a non-operating loss. It has zero to do with how well your store is selling, it's just the reality of fluctuating currencies. Kind of like losing a bet you didn't even realize you made. Which brings us to Section 4, differences. Let's draw a really clear line in the sand between your core business and these outside forces. It basically boils down to this. Operating expenses are the costs actively required to run the store and generate daily sales. Your ads, software, fulfillment, all that. On the flip side, non-operating expenses are costs that happen entirely outside that core business model. They are the external financial structures or just isolated events. All right, Section 5, why they matter. Definitely pay attention here because these concepts can severely distort how you view your business's health. The biggest trap here is misleading margins. If you're only glancing at your final net profit at the end of the month, you might actually panic. You could look at a low number and think, oh no, my whole e-commerce model is broken. But actually, scratch that. Your core operations might be incredibly healthy, just temporarily dragged down by a one-off financing cost or a legal fee. To put that into perspective, look at this slide. The numbers tell the story so clearly. This hypothetical store generated an awesome $80,000 in core operating income. They are crushing it. But then a $25,000 interest expense and a $10,000 FX loss slashed their net income down to just 45 grand. If you don't separate these out, you totally misjudge your entire operation. And that leads us straight to this formula. Net income equals your operating income minus non-operating expenses plus non-operating income minus taxes. This right here is exactly why lenders and investors split these numbers up. They really need to know if profit changes are from your actual ability to sell or just one-time financial hiccups. You also got to remember the cash flow impact, because these expenses do not all behave the same way. Take an asset impairment, like writing off some damaged warehouse racks. It reduces your accounting profit, sure, but no immediate cash leaves your bank account today. But a monthly loan interest payment, that drops your profit and drains your actual cash immediately. Let's wrap things up with Section 6, key metrics to monitor. Here is the exact framework to keep an eye on these costs without losing the plot on your core business.
Rule number 1, never look at non-operating expenses in a vacuum. You want to track them right alongside these 4 metrics: net profit versus operating income, EBITDA, cash flow, and contribution margin. Let's unpack how to actually use a couple of these.
Starting with metric 1, net profit versus operating income. Comparing these two is the easiest way to diagnose a problem. If you've got healthy operating income but weak net profit, you know exactly what's up. It's a non-operating expense issue.
Then there's metric 2, EBITDA. That's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Looking at your EBITDA is brilliant because it strips away all that financing structure and those non-cash accounting charges, letting you see the pure, raw engine of your store's performance. And jumping to metric 4, contribution margin. This evaluates the profit you have left after variable costs directly tied to individual orders. If this margin is weak, negotiating a better loan interest rate isn't going to save you. You have to fix your unit economics first before anything else.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? The goal is absolutely not to eliminate all non-operating expenses. Taking on some debt to buy inventory or dealing with currency exchange, that is just a normal part of scaling. The real goal is to track them so clearly that they never, ever hide your true profitability.
Which leaves us with this one final, crucial question. Are non-operating expenses hiding the true profitability of your e-commerce business right now? I challenge you to pull up your P&L statement today and really ask yourself, is your core business actually a whole lot stronger than your bottom line is making it look?